a landmark presentation. I am very, very excited about it, chiefly because of the quality that Randy built into his speech. But secondarily, I'm excited and I'm enthusiastic to dissemble the fact that I'm still in a reverie over Arthur and his passing. Boy, did that resonate. Tonight, Randy's challenges were manifold. On the basic level, Randy had to deliver a seamless speech with presentation visual aids seamlessly, do it clearly, establish and use effective vocal variety, and the several other standards of Toastmasters: good eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, having a solid comfort level, and have his topic be appropriate. He kicked it up further to raise the bar for himself because, as you and I know, Randy is a well-established speaker, and he wanted to deliver not only on the basics, but also tell the story in such a way that the words augmented the visual aids that he presented, a series of photographs, and the photographs augmented the verbiage that he used. As well, he wanted to, as an online speaker in a little box on a screen beside the photos, still contribute more value in being that speaker in the box. And lastly, he wanted to, at his closing, which was really memorable, not have it be a downer, if you will, in short terms. Let's get into how well he did. First of all of the basics were covered very, very well, tremendously well. I'd like to say that as far as vocal variety, some of the things that stood out to me were how you, Randy, how you demonstrated there we go, some of the things. The meow, simple, but effective. And the words of Arthur, floors were not supposed to be wet. And he would howl his song of victory, normally in the middle of the night. Great pacing and vocal variety, intonation, very nicely done. As far as augmenting the pictures with the language that he used, I thought that was expertly done. First of all, in the selection of photos, they were each photo demonstrated very clearly the memory and the association that Randy had with Arthur. Some that stood out particularly were down working in the basement and the floors are not supposed to be wet for me. Also rolling, where we saw the series, that was terrific. Now, as far as Randy's presence in the presentation, when you took your glasses off, Randy, when your daughter Vanessa said, "We won't find a home for this cat, for Arthur," and then it kind of gave a sincerity to the moment. And then a moment later, you put them back on and you said, "Well, that's okay. We kind of expected that he's not going to be around here for a long time anyway." It raised, even talking about a serious topic like that, it gave it some levity in your tone. It was very nicely done with that gesture. As far as other gestures, they were pretty much non-existent, and that I think is okay because we were wrapped in your photos and we were following along the trajectory of your time and experience with Arthur. So I think that that's perfectly fine. We don't want to be going back and forth very much. You're taking us on a journey. As far as the closing goes, I loved it. I absolutely did. You said we had one more thing to do together. Thank you, my friend, and goodbye. We were expected to have 6 months, and we had 5 good years. Pace, pause. pause, statement, pause, statement. Terrific. And then you closed it with the slide of appreciation, and that transformed it. It really did give us a soft landing. We didn't bounce up after this. You could tell by the audience's response, but that would have been inappropriate. Rather, you transformed this sad moment into one of grace. You show the appreciation. We're right there with you. You have told a tale with respect and with the levity, and you reflected the stages of Arthur's life, to my mind, impeccably. Almost. I do have one recommendation. In the moments when you're transitioning to Arthur's downturn, when he collapsed, you could slow it down just a moment, or just a moment more, and to increase that, you could deepen your tone just a moment there. And that would bring us right there with you. It is not intended, it would not be intended to dramatize the event, because we're already right there in your hand. But it, I think, would still be even more effective than an already tremendous speech. And you would maintain your authenticity throughout that. That is the only thing that I can think of. He who remembers, you have given us all something to remember. Tremendous job, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, John.